Hello and thank you for joining me today. These days, many of us are spending a lot of time at home, but we still like to take time to learn and explore new subjects and ideas, even if most of that takes place online. So if you haven't had a chance to come out to the museum this season, we would like to offer you an opportunity to view 4 new exhibits our curator unveiled this year. Today we explore the fight for Illinois suffrage. Let's take a closer look. The fight for suffrage in Illinois involved the support of county chapters of the Illinois Anti-Saloon League and the Women's Christian Temperance Union. In McHenry County, both groups had extremely active chapters led by women of great note in the county. A classic example was Marengo's Elizabeth Shurtleff. Elizabeth was born in Riley Township in McHenry County on March 17, 1866. She married Edward D. Shurtleff, a lumber dealer and attorney, in 1890. Edward went on to become a member of the Illinois State House of Representatives and became its Speaker in 1901. Active in both the McHenry County chapter of the Anti-Saloon League and the Women's Christian Temperance Union, Elizabeth Shurtleff believed strongly that if the widespread use of alcoholic beverages could be contained, even eliminated, families would become more stable, children would be happier, and public education would flourish. She also began to work with many McHenry County women who believed that the temperance movement would be greatly helped if women had the right to vote. Elizabeth's intensive lobbying of her husband led him to support limited suffrage for women prior to the time that he left the State House. In May of 1913, the Illinois State Senate passed a bill to allow women to vote in township and community elections. In June, the bill arrived at the Illinois House of Representatives for a vote. The Marengo Republican, Edward Shurtleff's hometown newspaper, stated that Shurtleff made a speech that electrified the members and snatched the suffrage bill from failing at that critical moment. So, in 1913, Illinois was the first state east of the Mississippi to give women the right to vote. The vote was limited but powerful. In 1917, a group of women approached the White House in Washington, D.C. They stood quietly at the home of President Wilson. The banners they wore, draped from shoulder to waist, proclaimed them to be silent sentinels, women who wanted the President and Congress to take action to give all American women of age the right to vote in all elections. Members of this group stood continuous vigil until after Congress accepted Wilson's proposal to allow the states to ratify the 19th Amendment. On June 10, 1919, Illinois was one of the first states to vote in favor of that ratification, and the 19th Amendment to the Constitution took effect on August 26, 1920. While the government recognized women's right to vote, many women still faced discrimination. African American women in the South were still subject to voter suppression laws until the Civil Rights Act of 1964. As you already know, the presidential election is coming up, so please remember that in the past, not all of us had the right to vote, and some still do not have that right. So let's not waste this opportunity and cast our votes. And if you're already heading out to your local polling place, why not swing by the museum to pick up a free activity kit for the young children in your life? We have activity kits created for 3rd through 5th graders. So whether you are a parent, educator, grandparent, or an awesome neighbor, give the gift of a free activity kit. Thank you for joining me today to get an inside look at our new exhibit. Make sure to tune in on November 3rd to get another behind-the-scenes look at the Riding the Rails exhibit. We would like to thank our members for making online educational programs like this possible. So please consider becoming a member. Thank you, and see you soon.